Welcome into another video in my series where we're going through and testing all the weapons inside of Black Ops 6 to see how viable these weapons are for all of us to be using inside of the Zombies game mode. So if you're new to the channel and you like everything Call of Duty Zombies, you are definitely in the right spot. Make sure you subscribe, turn on those bell notifications as you're not going to want to miss out any future uploads from myself on Black Ops 6 Zombies. As well, down below in the description, you can find the link for my streams. I stream Monday to Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I stream on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, and I stream everything from Black Ops 6 all the way through to Delta Force and custom zombie maps. Generally have a blast. Hopefully you'll come and join me on my journey to hit partner on Twitch this year. Now in today's video, we're going to dive into a review of a weapon that I think is probably the worst thing I've ever seen inside of Call of Duty Zombies. But before we get to that, we are really close to our next map, which is going to be the Tomb, and I am so excited to dive in and check out this map. Now, they released this teaser image of the map today, and oh my goodness, this looks like the actual Dark Aether, like the one we saw in Cold War, where they've got the things floating around in the sky and it's all purple. This looks like we're actually going to be inside of the Dark Aether, and this looks absolutely amazing. I cannot wait for this map to drop. Let me know your thoughts on this below in the comments section. I'd love to find out if you all are as excited as me to dive into the next map, the Tomb. Now, before we get into the review today, I just wanted to give a shout out to the Zhordecommunity Discord, which is where I am building a community full of players willing to help out players. If that sounds like an amazing community and a good fit for you, you can find the link to join down below in the description. Now, I've got some amazing strategies to help you get the Citadelle Easter egg done early, which was brought to my attention by one of the newest members into the Zhordecommunity Discord last night. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be coming in a future video. But thank you so much, and just make sure if you guys are looking for players to jump down below in the description and join that community. Now, in the firing range, I was looking at this shotgun, the Maelstrom. I don't even know how to say it properly. Now, but I've known that since this has come into the game, it has been literally one of the worst weapons to use in zombies, period. Like, it is just so unbelievably bad. You're seeing the Dragon's Breath on there and how the recoil pattern is and how it is to control. But on the dummies, this is where I was a little concerned. Like, oh my goodness, that takes an awful lot of ammo to take out one dummy with Dragon's Breath. So I'm not too sure how this is going to go. But in today's video, we're going to dive in and take a look at the shotgun, the Maelstrom, and see how viable this weapon is to be used inside of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Zombies. We're going to take it to maximum damage output, so hopefully by the end of the video, you have a really good feel for how this weapon performs inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies and whether or not it's something that can be an option for you to use. So without further ado, let's dive into the Maelstrom review video today. Welcome into today's video. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate that. Now in today's video, we're going to be going through and looking at the Maelstrom shotgun, and we do have Dragon's Breath on this, as it's just not basically usable at this current state without Dragon's Breath on it, as the damage at just base is like, I don't know, 11 or like 14 on a crit shot. Like, it is really astronomically low. So for today's run, I am using Dragon's Breath, yes, to make this shotgun just the tiniest bit usable. But let's go ahead and crank the Lion Head cannon and go ahead and get Citadelle Castle open. I definitely like this, and as we get closer and closer to the Tomb's release, I can't wait to see what kind of, possible map opening sequence we're going to have to do on that map. So now we've got enough salvage to bump the damage up on this to green rarity, and let's go ahead and see what we're looking at. I believe I saw 18 on a crit shot. Oh my. All right, well, let's take this 18 crit damage and take it down to the Pack-a-Punch Doppelgeist and see how well it handles. Oh boy, we're at 13, I think, on crits. I'm getting 80 on the ticks on the Dragon's Breath, which is funny because it's more damage. 10 damage, 14 damage. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to lie, this was honestly kind of a fight to open up Pack-a-Punch with just green rarity. Like, oh my goodness. Now, I did get up close and personal. As a shotgun, you definitely want, it doesn't have much range, right? So I just wanted to make sure we were taking advantage of that. Got up close and personal to that Pack-a-Punch Doppelgeist. But you know, we got it done. Definitely wasn't the quickest Pack-a-Punch opening I've done in this game by far. But I can tell you, like, without the Dragon's Breath, I don't think this is going to be even usable. We're rocking the multiplayer gold camo on here as it was usable in multiplayer, in hardcore. But I don't know how I'm going to do the crit shots on camo for this in zombies. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys have used this, if you've got it to, you know, a Nebula camo. You know, what was your strategy? What was your build? What were your attachments that you used to be able to get those crit shots? Because, yeah, the damage is very low on this. I am certainly looking forward to and hoping, fingers crossed, that we get a massive buff on this weapon and it becomes a lot more usable. Now, with saying that, I do want to say that I feel like there's going to be a nerf coming to Dragon's Breath. I definitely feel like that might be a thing. So, but here we are. That was it at blue rarity without much struggle. So now we've got enough essence to go ahead and increase the damage on this shotgun to pack 1 blue. So let's go and see what kind of damage we're looking at pack 1 blue with this. I see, what is that for crit? 50? 20? I can't even remember. RC. Well, that was. Let's see if we can get some crit numbers here. 50. 50 on a crit. Oh my goodness. And round 17, and we're pack 1 blue. If there wasn't Dragon's Breath on this, I don't even know if I'd be able to damage anything. This is absolutely craziness. I mean, I'm surviving because this weapon has a Dragon's Breath attachment on it, not because of the weapon's damage. This is, yeah. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a struggle. A struggle. I mean, it's not bad with Dragon's Breath. Like you can see, we're definitely able to take out the zombies. But I mean, you're seeing the crit numbers in yellow, and they're very, very low. 50, 36, 40. I mean, those are super low crit numbers. The Dragon's Breath damage is ticking at 80, so it's doing way more damage than the shotgun actually is. Yeah, 36, 50. We're getting, what, 240, it looks like, on the Dragon's Breath ticks now, because the Dragon's Breath will scale. As you increase the damage output on your weapon, so is the Dragon's Breath damage, if you didn't know that. So, okay, we're at 240 now, crit with pack, and that's the Dragon's Breath. We're at 50 with just the weapon. So let's go ahead and take this up to epic rarity, pack 1. What are we looking at now? Okay, 76 on crit, and I believe it was 320 is now the Dragon's Breath ticks. So let's push through to round 18 now. We are epic, pack 1. We do have Deadshot Daiquiri, and we are on the Maelstrom. So let's see, how does it handle a Doppelgas? Not the greatest. It is definitely able to handle it, but yeah, I would definitely say it is not the most efficient weapon inside of the game for killing zombies, unless you're running Dragon's Breath on this. Let's see, round 18. What are we looking at? I'm still seeing 50-something on crits. Like, that's insane. 76, 320 it looks like the Dragon's Breath is doing. So Dragon's Breath is like almost 3 times the damage of our actual weapon, which is kind of comedy if you think about it. I definitely feel like that's why there's going to be probably a nerf to Dragon's Breath and hopefully a buff to this weapon, because, yeah, the base damage numbers on this definitely need to be bumped up substantially. You know, otherwise you're basically, if you want to run this, you're doomed to run Dragon's Breath, which is going to make getting those crit shots a real challenge. All right, let's go ahead and take this to pack 2 now, epic rarity, and see if this has got any improvement to taking out zombies, aside from Dragon's Breath. Let's see, what are we looking at? I see 152 now on a crit shot, and 610 on the Dragon's Breath ticks, which is pretty, yeah, 640, I think I saw there. Yeah, 640 on the Dragon's Breath ticks, so that's, Dragon's Breath is doing work. But the crit shots on this shotgun are not. They're 152 damage on a crit shot at epic pack 2. Let's go ahead and use the trap. Let's see if this is going to make this thing even more usable. Even with the trap, that Doppelgeist was not like an instant kill. That's kind of craziness. I saw the double points. Definitely want to make sure I pick that up. Let's continue on here. We're using the trap to try and slow them down. But even with that, like, they're almost surrounding me. Oh my, I'm not a fan of this. I'm not looking forward to trying to get Nebula camo on this shotgun is it's so weak unless you're using Dragon's Breath, but then you can't get crit shots as easily. So it's kind of a catch-22. Now, if you've used slug rounds on this, I'd love to find out how they perform in zombies. I know they're not very good, but I'm wondering if maybe that takes your crit damage up to make the shotgun itself a little bit more usable, aside from, you know, having to run Dragon's Breath to make this thing actually take out zombies. So, not sure, but hopefully we can push through here and see what happens when we go ahead and throw Legendary on this shotgun now at Pack 2. And let's see what kind of damage numbers are we looking at. Legendary Pack 2, let's see. Didn't see anything on the Parasites. I never do. 203, is that what I saw? It's a Doppelgeist. 720 on the Dragon's Breath ticks now, which like virtually instant deleted that Doppelgeist, which is awesome to see. So what are we doing for damage now for crits? Let's see. What's the yellow numbers? 203, 174, 203. So it looks like 203 is your consistent crit damage at Legendary Pack 2 on this shotgun. Oh my goodness. Those are incredibly low numbers. Incredibly low numbers. I'm honestly amazed I'm able to do any kind of damage with this. I mean, 720 on the Dragon's Breath tick damage is the only reason why this is becoming a usable weapon in this match. I mean, honestly, without Dragon's Breath, what kind of damage am I doing? 100? 200 crit damage? That's going to take like a hot minute to cut through zombies on round 26 at that low damage numbers. So thank goodness there's Dragon's Breath in the game. Yeah, it's consistent. 203 is the crit shot we're seeing here on round 26 at Legendary Pack 2. So 203, that's scary. The good part is the 720 damage we're getting on Dragon's Breath on the tick. So that's the good news. But oh my, this is just very, very underwhelming. I was kind of excited when this came into the game to, you know, test it out. It's a fully automatic shotgun. It's got a pretty decent rate of fire. I was really hoping and expecting to have some, you know, decent damage and performance from this weapon when it came into the game, but it was just a massive letdown to the point I didn't even cover it when it dropped. It was just so poor and so not worth using. I didn't bother covering it. But with Dragon's Breath, you know, you can make this shotgun a usable weapon inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies. I don't know if viable is going to be the word, but you can definitely make it usable. And there we saw at maximum damage output, Pack 3 Legendary, 591 on a crit shot. So let's go ahead and throw Light Mend ammo mod on there and grab the Elemental Pop so that we are covered for reload, as it will get the electrical burst from Electric Cherry, as that is the augment I have on Elemental Pop. And let's see how we're doing. 1260 on the Dragon's Breath ticks. Holy smokes. That's a lot of damage from Dragon's Breath. I mean, we're on round 30. We do have virtually all the perks except for Melee Macchiato. We have Light Mend on, and we are Legendary Pack 3. And we're able to kind of stand, sort of, and dish out the damage. But again, you know, the majority of the damage with this is the Dragon's Breath. So I'm not sure if it was my build today, which I've got you guys covered. I got the build on the camo. There was no blueprint for this one today, so it's just the build and the camo for you all in the video. So I got you covered with that. But I mean, the key component of the build basically is Dragon's Breath. But I mean, you can see on round 30 with Dragon's Breath, the maximum damage output on this Maelstrom shotgun in Black Ops 6 Zombies is, I mean, I'm just going to be frank and honest, it's okay. The Dragon's Breath makes it fun to use, but it certainly isn't something where I was feeling confident in my ability to dish out, you know, damage if I was stuck in a really bad situation. I didn't have confidence in that. The other thing I noticed while using the shotgun was ammo was definitely an issue. I was running out of ammo a lot during my run today. So let me know if you guys have encountered that when using this shotgun. I'd love to find out your thoughts and opinions and what you guys have used on this shotgun in your games, if you've even used it. So we're going to try and clear out round 30 with this shotgun here at maximum damage. I mean, I'm torn. Like, you know, right there, it looks like it's completely viable. We're standing there, we're dishing out a bunch of damage to the zombies on round 30, and then there's other times where I'm pushing back because there's just so many zombies coming at me, and this is not dishing out enough damage. So it's one of those ones where I feel like it's okay. It has potential to be really good, with maybe a potential buff coming to make it better for us inside of Season 2. But as it stands right now, I feel like this shotgun is going to be usable if you're running Dragon's Breath. Let me know your thoughts about that down below in the comments. Again, I'd love to have a discussion with you all on whether or not you think this is a good weapon, whether you think they're going to make a buff to it so it can become, you know, one of the better weapons in the game. Let me know. I'd love to find out. But at this point, we'd taken this weapon to maximum damage inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies. We had got all of the perks, and we had ran through a whole bunch of rounds. So hopefully at this point you have a pretty good feel, you know, for how this shotgun performs inside of zombies, and whether or not it's something that would be a viable option for you to use inside of your games. Now, usually when I exfil out of Citadelle, I'm going to try and use a mutant injector. But I didn't get any of those today, and I was able to pick up a chopper gunner from one of the elites I killed, so I figured, you know what, we'll just use a chopper gunner and use that to get out of the map on Citadelle. But overall, I definitely feel like this shotgun is a fun one to use if you're going to go ahead and run Dragon's Breath on it. I do feel like this is not something that you're going to want to use to kind of push through into higher rounds. I'm not sure how you're going to grind out the camos for it, as you need 2,000 critical shots. And without Dragon's Breath, it has just astronomically low crit damage. But you can see, you know, with the Dragon's Breath, maximum damage output, we were able to take out that Doppelgeist pretty quickly at the exfil here, as we've got a few zombies and another Doppelgeist to clear out of the area. But I mean, it handles them, but I feel like it's not necessarily the shotgun that's handling them, it's the Dragon's Breath. So overall, kind of mixed feelings about this shotgun. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. As always, at the end of the video, we're going to show you the build that I used for today and the camo that I used on the weapon today, so you guys have everything that I was using. As well, if you want to make any changes to the build, let's work together down below in the comment section to make that happen. And if you're not subscribed by now, make sure you do so, as at 7,000 subscribers, as a massive thank you, I am doing my final Vault Edition giveaway on Black Ops 6 for any platform of your choice. Just make sure you are liking, commenting, and sharing the videos to be entered. Thanks so much for tuning in today, and we'll catch you all in the next one.